And tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
Okay, I was born and raised in Arlington, Washington, a little tiny country town. Nice stinky horses and cows. Oh, no, not stinky horses, stinky cows. And I was raised by my dad. I had him be, a great father, and I'm really blessed for that because, unfortunate. There's parents nowadays, I feel like there's less together parents than there is, not. Did I say that correctly? I feel like me growing up super sheltered by my father until I was 13, single father really, because I didn't like my stepmom. It's not that I didn't love her, I just didn't prefer for her because she just was like, no, I'm your mom. Okay, well, if you're my mom, well, why didn't I come out? Sure.
Was there any brothers or sisters growing up?
So, long story short, I have a 19 and a 16-year-old little sister, Isabella and Delaney are their names. They're actually very intelligent. They're actually super fortunate that they're not turned out like me. I didn't necessarily grow up with them. So when I was 9 and a half, my little sister, the 19-year-old was born. And she is adopted, technically Delaney, but we got her when she was 6 days old, or 3 days old, and her biological dad went to high school with my stepmom, and they were friends when they were in high school for some short time, but they knew each other, and so my stepmom knew that he had heart all in all through and through. That was a good person, a good man. Just kind of unfortunate that it was a one-night stand type of thing, but embarrassing as it is to say, long story short, the biological mother of my little sister, Delaney, has 12 brothers and sisters with 12 different fathers. So 12 moms, same mom, but 12 different dads.
Okay, gotcha.
So, and none of them she has custody of. And, it can always be worse.
She has 12 different children?
So she has 12 babies
Gotcha.
with 12 different baby daddies.
Gotcha.
And that's a little much. I mean, I don't really judge, but that's holy smolies, Batmans,
Well, growing up, it sounds like you grew up in the country a little bit?
I mean, I wasn't riding horses and cowboys and yeehaw and, nothing traditional like that. But I always was not the one to fit in. I always got bullied. My dad was really straight edge. He was a great dad, but he was super, super hard on me. I mean, he was an alcoholic. He would beat me with a belt, and nothing super major. And a lot of my counselors say you're just justifying it because you don't want to make your dad sound worse than it was. There was times that I would get caught with putting toilet tissue in my butt and my pants because he was bend over, grab your ankles, and don't look back, because then you would know when the SWAT was coming in, so you could move. And if I moved and he missed, I would get it harder. And I always wondered, why are you trying to physically have me have pain, but then when I would do it to myself, it wasn't okay. So that was always confusing. I grew up really with a rough upbringing, meaning back and forth, every other weekend and every Wednesday with my mom. Unfortunately, she did drugs when she was pregnant with me. My dad and my biological mother, my mom was 18 and my dad was 26 when they had me. We were only together for 6 to 9 months briefly, and then had about 13-year custody battle back and forth. So I don't tell people what to do, but I definitely recommend don't try to get to the other parents under their skin, because really, really, really deeply overall hurting the child, right?
Always.
And I don't judge, like I said, but I do criticize in a way where it's like I've been through it. So I kind of like, look, dude, don't do that. But I'm not like, okay, well, you're a piece of shit because you did it worse than me or better than me or whatever. But like, I just definitely want to become a better person. I feel like I've became like the biggest piece of shit out here. This place is not for me. The streets are hard. My dad sheltered me pretty bad, so I feel like him sheltering me because he wanted me to be a good kid. You know, he didn't mean to do it on purpose, but like, I started doing drugs really bad after my son died, and like my family just pushes me away. And I don't want their money. I don't want their because you know they have money, but I don't want their money. Even if they never give me $1 again. I just wish they like treated me like my step grandpa, my step aunt, my step brothers, and people that are like my stepdad, like not real blood, treated me better than my real blood. Like, oh you're like shunned, you're like, you know, just really judgmental. And like we go through things in life, and I really don't wish I was a drug addict anymore. I feel so icky. I used to have beautiful teeth, and I used to like love myself, and I used to be like the light of the party, meaning like no matter what anybody has ever been through, if I looked at somebody and it looks like they never smiled before, like I guarantee, bet my life on it, I'm gonna make that mother trucker laugh, you know, at least have a little smirk, you know, smile. Got him, you know. And I just like to make sure people have 1 second of reminding of they're not alone, you know. And I always do that to myself, where I feel like the outer image of me is I care about people more than I care about myself. But that's not like the all in all truth, because I do care about myself, but I remember loving myself so much more. And it's like, I wish I could like go back in time and feel like every feeling and interaction and in the moment of what I was doing with my life and how I felt, and you know, my goody two-shoe self was so enjoyable. And I just feel like when I try to kill myself and my son died of drink bleach and all types of crazy stuff, I'm glad I didn't die, but I'm scared to die because it's the unknown, of course. But I just wish I could help people and get through where I'm at today. But I have to get through it first before I can help other people. But it's like, I'm so tired of people abandoning me because I'm not doing what they say when they want me to do it. Or, oh my God, you do drugs? Like, oh God. But really, I don't want your money. I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to unconditionally love me, meaning regardless if it's the disgustingest, most horrible thing on earth or the best you've ever imagined. Love me for me. And if you can't change me, meaning if you can't go inside of me and be my robot and actually do what you want my body and my day-to-day life and overall, you know, people can't do that. You have to do it yourself. And it's not that I don't want to get sober. Fuck yeah, I want to get sober. I hate being an addict. I hate being a drug addict. I hate being a piece of shit. And just because I'm a drug addict doesn't mean I'm necessarily a piece of shit. But of what I know I'm worth and what I know I'm capable of and what I know I can overcome, I am a piece of shit. Right now.
Well,
compared to what I know I can do.
Yeah, you see the potential that you have.
Yeah.
And also
probably
too,
more than that.
Like,
I don't even know.
You know, people doing illegal drugs or legal drugs, like, and being addicted, like, it's not you.
Right.
It's just, you know.
People have a misunderstanding.
It's
like,
not
oh my
you.
God, I love to eat out of the trash. Oh my God, I love to
Right.
like steal from somebody because I'm hurting so bad inside. For example, methamphetamines, okay? That's a mental thing. You're not gonna really see people do some crazy stuff like you would see to get their opiate fix. Because believe it or not, opiates live in your bones. Okay, so once a certain amount of time, I think no less than about 10 to 12 days to a month or two. Once you start doing it every single day, your body becomes completely immune to it, to the point where you have to have it. Some people say, oh, shut up, it ain't that bad. And cry me a river. You're just faking it because you're fiending to get high. You need something to not be in reality, okay? Now that I've been addicted to opiates for shortly after my son died in 2014, I want to say beginning of December, no more than a month later, I had a needle in my neck. And I've always gone hard, as much as sounds crazy. I'm scared to take a pill, like an Oxycontin or Xanax, but I sure ain't scared to put a needle in my arm and go to, Jupiter on meth. But I don't really like to do that, it's like not fun to me, but I still do it.
Yeah, that sounds like addiction, right? Tell me about, if you're open, I'm curious about how old were you when you had your son?
I was 19, so my birthday is September 8th, and he died November 26th. So I just turned 19.
And so how old was he?
So he was 26 weeks out the womb. The doctor said, it's so crazy too, if I told you the 26th is my brother's birthday, the 26th is his mom's birthday, the 26th is my favorite cousin's birthday, well, my only cousin that I'm really close with, and I got out of prison on the 26th of October. I signed DOC on the 26th. I've gotten arrested on the 26th. And I don't know if I said my brother's birthday is 26th. Lots of things have happened on the 26th. It's crazy, but my son died on the 26th. And I feel like nobody in my family, except my grandpa, my grandpa, I call him Papa. He's never treated me any different since the day I can remember being a goody two shoe of, to right now. Because I can't steal from him. I cannot call him up. It's fucked off if I am out here freezing in the negative degree weather, starving. I've only done a couple times because I don't want that man to see me like that. He knows I'm a drug addict, but he's never treated me any differently. Meaning, like, he's the best because he hasn't given me a single dollar. He's not the best because he's not shitty because he's never given me no money. But why would, if there's no consequence to do something, why quit doing it? You know what I'm saying? If you're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever, and you got umpteen this, umpteen that, never ending this, you don't have to ever worry about I can always bail out of my problems. I can always bail out of my this. I can always pay all this money to get out of jail. I don't have to just pay off my fines or my use my charges, so I don't have to face reality. And like, it's not that I don't want to be clean and sober, because fuck yeah, I want to be clean and sober. But when I'm facing reality, it's uncomfortable because I've gone so long in that stagnant feeling. Like, especially when I get out of detox, I'm like, okay, now what? Like, come on, dude. Like, where's the fun at, right? But like I was saying, it's uncomfortable. Uncomfortability and change is so crucial to an addict that nobody understands. If you're a normie, you're not like weird or odd or different. You're equal to us in a way where you just don't have understanding because you haven't physically lived in our shoes.
Would you say it's something like, here, get your marker there.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Would you say it's something like when you are feeling...
Excuse me, sorry.
You're not comfortable in your own skin? Like you want to crawl out of your own skin?
I don't know who I am anymore.
When you're clean? What do you mean?
I don't know where to start. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel that, like all this shit that I've been going hard and I've been getting high since my son passed away, right? So let's just say my son passed away and I chose the different route and I still haven't touched drugs. I want to be that. I want to feel what that beauty feels like. I want to have no consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to jump in front of a car, get ran over, and not feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to do a backflip and nobody had to teach me. I just, okay, I'm going to do it. But that's not reality, right? So, like, reality to me could be a whole different thing to reality to someone else. But, like, common sense, like, general reality, not like, girl, I think you lost your marbles there. You know, like, general common sense and reality is something that sounds crazy, but I don't want to do anything else but learn how to live on life terms and start over. And I honestly am grateful as fuck that I've lived this piece of shit life, because I was so, and I mean talking to the max, judgmental, to the point that, like, oh my God, you have a stain on your shirt? Like, I can't be friends with you. Like, you do drugs? Ew. Like, you're just lesser than. Go to hell. You're gonna burn because you had sex before marriage. Like, stuff like that. Like, I judged so bad that I needed to, and I could be wrong. God could be just, I don't know what, this is my thought and process and mindset about, like, you know, maybe why I've been going through this thing I've been going through. Maybe I'm tripping. But this is overall what I assume is the reason. And I'm grateful. But I'm also not, because, I mean, it's fucked me up inside. I've been kidnapped. I've been, you know, molested. I've been fucking I'm a survivor of sex trafficking. And, you know, I'm not grateful because it's destroying my insides and my purity of a woman. And I feel like I would easily give up myself for some desperation of a large amount of money. Not that I want to prostitute, but like me being a woman and being desperate and being like, look at this world. It's way different than I thought it was going to be. Okay? The things that I've gone through, everything happens for a reason. They say that, right? Well, I don't take life for granted now. I don't look at things as like this, okay? I look at things as that's a gift and that's a fucking blessing in life in just itself, that I didn't die the first time I drank bleach, right? And why did God put me through this shit? To realize the shit that I had to go through, to be grateful for, you know? And look what I'm gonna be able to do. I don't know yet, but I kind of can, you know, see a little glimpse of what I am capable of. If I've tried my best at my naivest and youngest mindset and the real me before I would actually grow up, you know, I can't even imagine if I really put my foot forward and like give it my all and put into this world what I would love to change, because I just hurt for these people. And I'm one of them, you know? Like, I will never, ever be able to forgive myself for if I lose my marbles. Girls out there, guys out, you know, one time, you motherfucker, and there's nobody there. It just breaks my heart, man. Like, what did it take for that person to have to go through that to see the same thing I see today? But they're just gone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really wish that I can make my life a lesson and help people out here, because I was, well, hopefully soon, I will be one of these people that has survived. They say 8% or 12%, some low, crazy number, make it. No, I think it's 17. Does that sound accurate?
I'm not sure about that percentage, but you touched on a lot of stuff.
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
That's okay.
That made sense a little bit. I just, like,
I'm tracking
honestly,
with you. I'm tracking.
It makes sense somewhat. Please. Yeah. No, you're so nice. But
I'm curious. You've talked a couple times about this, the Kellie that was like this goody two shoes, and
yeah.
What was that transition?
Naivest.
What was the transition of getting just moving out of that, or what happened?
Forced to be toughen up out here. You have to.
Well,
it's
I guess
dog eat dog world.
Maybe the other question is, when did you first become unhoused? Like, what does that look like?
When I refused to have help from my parents.
And how old were you at this time?
Well, after my son died, they let me sleep in bed with them.
You're
nurtured me.
19 years old.
Yeah. super nurtured me, super was there for me when my water broke. Because what happened was, long story short, my baby's dad has a genetic birth defect to his family. So he had 5 sisters, only, and then their sisters only had, like, for example, Amber and Lacey's, or I'm trying to blank, Amber and
the other sister.
Yeah, Kellie, thank you. The other sister, yeah, and had 5 babies. Only 2 of them lived from heart murmurs, brain defects, genetic birth defects. It starts with an E, and it's a 16-letter word, and it's 4% of the population. So, okay, cool. That sounds like an awesome sob story, but like, really, what does it mean? Is like, did I like have any effect of like killing my child? Because I don't care if what you want to tell me to make me feel better. You're a doctor. You get paid to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But maybe really I'm just in depression, or in a way where like, okay, what am I thinking? Like, just be real with me, doctor. Did I have any effect on this child at all? But no, I didn't. And they said even if he wouldn't have done all the way worse or not at all, it's still the day I conceived, my son had completely 100% all fluid in his brain. So I feel like it's my fault that I didn't take it seriously. But like, I want to help. My all-time goal is I want to help women and children. I haven't really decided. I'm on the fence. I can't help but have a big heart for. I'm being recorded right now. I can't help but be there for like people, like, for example, women that have Down syndrome, right? Did they ask me before like that? No, they didn't. That's just the way unfortunate they got to have shit like that happen. But they're helpless, right?
Are you kind of touching on you are wrestling with that you could have been part of his death?
Guilt and shame.
Guilt and shame.
Saying, like, if I just knew the truth, like, is the doctor just telling me that to make me feel better so that I don't go out and try to kill myself? Because he probably deals with a lot of shit like that, right?
He did, yeah. I think I hear what you're saying.
Right.
You didn't know if the doctor was straight with you with that.
Right. Could he just be saying that? Yeah. Thank you, sorry. Yeah.
And so you're questioning. Sounds like you don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I asked him that exact thing to the T. I said, look, dude, just be real with me. Like, don't sugarcoat it. I'm not going to go do nothing crazy. I just want to know the honest truth, because I want to be able to forgive myself one day, And I didn't really do it. He's like, even if you did it, like, just like you did, or not at all, or super indulged, I just started dabbling with it. I don't think I did it more than 5 times.
With what? With
methamphetamine.
Oh, gotcha. I see.
And so, but the brain was already that completely, what?
Like way back when?
The day I conceived, the doctor said that it was already the genetics, because it happened to all the other babies too.
Right.
But they have these, and it just fucking kills me. Like, I see all these women out here pregnant, smoking drugs, doing I'm like so mad and angry. That's another thing that gets me fucking angry. Hey, stop, please.
No, thank you.
I mean, yeah, so, people don't understand that, like, just because I'm in a place in my life where I don't want to do things, it doesn't mean I don't want to be a good person or do good things or become a successful member of society. But it's really hard to get broken out of a habit where it's almost like you don't know the feeling that it was before you fucked up your life.
Yeah. All you know is
I want to help people get through this.
Yeah.
Just like once I really try, and slowly but surely, I'll get it.
Yeah, I got you. One last question, Kellie. Is there anything that you would want people of Seattle to know?
Just, I want you to know that there is people out here that are just like you, that have unfortunate things happen in their life, so that they cope different. They don't know how to go do things. They're weaker, they're stronger, but they're not any lesser or greater just because you have a Lamborghini or just because you live in a dumpster or a tent. This means we're all God's children. If you're not religious, you don't believe in God, we're all on this earth together. We're all suffering or all trying to get through life together. So who are you to judge me just because I fucked up my whole life? But you know what? Just maybe I needed to fuck up shit so I can get it way better than you. But doesn't mean I'm better than you. People go through things differently to really so that they can sink in and get it differently and a different understanding.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing part of your story. It's good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm like all over the place.
Okay. Well, you said you've been up for 3 days. Is that true?
No. I said I've been up for like